Terry's back with day 2, and you know what that means. Today, we are focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is fiber. Fiber is one of the most underrated health foods of all time. Last time we talked about whole grains, whole wheat, all these great fiber-packed foods, but today we are going to hit it right on the money with what is most important, and that is fiber. Most important in the sense of what we were talking about before. So, I want to start with a little recap of last week. We talked about whole grains, and I want to add 2 things that I failed to mention with whole grains. The first thing is I need to emphasize the whole of whole grains. A lot of these breads out there will say wheat bread, light wheat bread, great. That's an improvement, but that is not tops. Now, on that note, I want to talk about Subway. And what Subway does is very criminal, and it should be illegal, because let me tell you what Subway does, and I read this off of a blog of them with one of their former employees. Subway has their wheat bread, they have their Italian bread, they have their baked cheese and what other, they're all delicious. Subway is a fine establishment, but let me tell you, for a place that advocates health food, they do this thing wrong. W-R-O-N-G. They do not use whole wheat grains in their wheat bread. Let me tell you what they use. They use a caramel coloring. Yes, that's right. It is not wheat bread, but rather it is white bread or Italian bread with caramel coloring. So, going off of that, let's get to our topic today. This topic is, boom, fiber. Fiber is what you need to keep your bowels functioning. This is so important. Do you want to be constipated? Do you want to be walking around not knowing what's going on, feeling bloated all the time? No, I don't think you do. So you need fiber. Let me start off with something that everyone should know about fiber, and that is the average person, 20 to 50 years old, needs about 25 grams of fiber a day. Doesn't sound like much, but it can be, but it's also easy to do. Take something as simple as a bag of baked Doritos nacho cheese. Chips, you think unhealthy, baked, with a little bit of fiber. 2 grams in that bag. That's just with your lunch. 2 grams transfers to 8% of what you need in a day. It's that easy, folks. Now, let's go on to something next. A side salad at your meal. Lettuce, along with other vegetables, are filled to the brim with fiber. Those things are pure roughage right there. Let me say that again. Fiber, vegetables, fruits, pure roughage right there. 1 apple, 5 grams of fiber. That is 20% of the fiber you need for a whole day. Apple day keeps the doctor away? It does. Now, let me say something else. One of the top fiber foods you don't even realize about are beans. Makes sense, doesn't it? Beans are loaded with fiber. In fact, 1 serving can be up to 15 grams. Shove those beans in your mouth and they'll be coming right out, because that is what they do, because they're filled with fiber. Lentils are the same way. Lentil soup, lentils cooked up, whatever they are, it's like beans. They are pure shucked whole grains, and that is what your body needs, that is what your body craves, that is what your body wants. It will purge all bad things out of you if you load up on fiber. A salad at a meal, fruit after a dinner. These are little things that will consistently keep your body doing well. Now, of course, you've heard the old thing about, you're stuffed up, have some bran, have some Fiber One. Of course, these are things that are loaded with fiber. Bran is a perfect example, but don't jump to any conclusions, folks. The most infamous of the bran products is the bran muffin. The bran muffin. This is something you say, oh, it's a bran muffin. I could use that in my morning. Well, you better not be using it in your morning, because a bran muffin is like cake. It's like eating cake with little pieces of bran flakes. It's filled with unenriched flours, sugars, corn syrups, modified food starches, and probably some oils as well that you don't need. I don't know if they're going to be using vegetable oil on all these. You could be dealing with palm kernel oil, coconut oil. These are things that will just clog up your insides. You don't want to be clogging your insides, you want to be purging your insides. Ignore the bran muffin, buy the bran flakes. Now, that's all I got for you today on fiber. But keep this in mind, because if you're eating fiber, even if you are eating things that may not be so good for you, even if you're eating donuts and other processed foods, the fiber will help some of it come out. Thank you, folks. I'm out. Terry's Home Fitness Videos. Boom!
And if you got a little slap of this and that container, and if you want some more, then bitch, you'll be decapitated.